Today, we're talking all things Zach Wilson. Are the expectations for Zach too high for the Jets in year two with their young quarterback? That's what we're talking about in today's Jake Asman show. So let's hit it and get it started. Hit it! Welcome in, everyone. My name is Jake Asman. This is the Jake Asman show. The Jets just had one of their greatest wins in the last 20-something years, and we're going to break it all down. Zach Wilson, Robert Saleh, C.J. Mosley, Joe Douglas, Elijah Moore, Jermaine Johnson, Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson. I think this is an excellent pick. Of Super Chats, you cut the line, smash the like button down below. That's that thumbs up icon. Now, let's talk about the New York Jets. Here we go on a Thursday program. Thanks for spending part of your day with us. I hope every Jet fan is excited because I'm sure by the time some of you watch this video later, the schedule will be out. We'll know who the Jets are playing as the Jets try to go out there and do something they have not done since 2015. Have a winning season. Perhaps do something they have not done since 2010. Make the playoffs, but the schedule release is later tonight. I will have a full video on this channel reacting to the schedule release. Michael Nania from Jets X Factor set to join us Friday morning to break it all down. So looking forward to talking Jets schedule with him. In today's video, I want to talk about Zach Wilson. There's a lot of different things that are out there about Zach, right? What are the expectations for Zach Wilson? Is he going to go out there and prove he's a franchise quarterback? Is he going to take that second-year leap? And I think we have to put the, Zach Wilson expectation conversation in its proper perspective. And that's what I'm going to attempt to do in today's video. So if you're new to the show, hit the like button. And if you're new to the show, more importantly, hit that subscribe button on the right-hand side of your screen. We talk Jets every day on this channel. And I can't say who's coming on the show in a future episode, but we have booked a major guest. I don't want to jinx it, though, so I'm not going to say this particular person until I can confirm a time. But we've had some big ones on this channel, as you guys know, who've stuck with me over the last year. So if you like the Jets, smash that subscribe button on the right-hand side of your screen. And if you have a question, I'll answer it when we do Q&A at the end of this monologue. So let's start with Zach Wilson, right? I mentioned him. There's so many expectations with Zach. Look, the biggest question with this Jets team is Zach Wilson. We could talk about the additions they made, and they have been great additions. We all know what they did in free agency and what they did in the drafts. But the reality is Zach Wilson has to take a leap, or big picture, not a whole lot matters here. And if you like Joe Douglas, if you believe in Joe Douglas, you have to imagine the guy that he used the number 2 pick on in the draft is going to be someone that he hits on. So I've always been a Zach Wilson believer. I do think he's going to take a leap from where he was last year to where he is this year. Now, that's not saying much because statistically, Zach wasn't good last year. But if you put his season in the proper context, the last 6 games of the year with backups around him, the lack of interceptions over the last 5 games, the comfortability that he showed in the offense, the improvements now around him, the continuity with the coaching staff, you can expect a much better Zach Wilson here in year 2. How drastic that leap, that remains to be seen. I do want to point this out, though. I think the biggest difference now between Zach Wilson last year and Zach Wilson in year 2 is the supporting cast around him. So I forget where I saw this. I believe this Jet fan named Steven on Twitter edited together a video of all the drops that Zach Wilson dealt with last year, with the improvements at tight end and receiver, and now not one but 2 backs that could catch the ball out of the backfield in Breece Hall and Michael Carter. Things like this, folks, should not happen. All right, so let's go through it here. Here's the best of Jets receivers failing Zach Wilson last year. Now, this was a tough play here by Elijah Moore, but he would tell you it's a play he should have made. I'm just going to put this on loop here. This is what Zach Wilson was dealing with. So when you have clowns that don't know what they're talking about, when you have clowns that think Zach Wilson sucks, or they clearly didn't watch the Jets, and they're just looking at statistics, which don't tell the whole story. I'm sorry for having to play this and bring up painful memories for my fellow, Jet fans here, but some of this stuff is ridiculous. Come on, Braxton, catch the football. That was probably his only drop he had all last year, but I mean, this video clip is a minute and a half of you see Zach Wilson making plays with his legs, and then his receivers, running backs, or tight ends failing him. This play here against the Texans, this should have been a touchdown. This makes Zach Wilson's performance against the Texans look a hell of a lot better. If who was that? Keelan Cole who dropped it here? Trying to see. No, it's a tight end. Who was that? What crappy tight end was that? I couldn't even see. But you get the point. I mean, here's another drop. I mean, that's a beautifully thrown ball. Be nice if someone could catch the football when it hits them in the hand. So, like, this is the biggest difference for the Jets from last year to this year. These should be catches, man. The Jets were, like, I think in the top 3 in drops. I mean, I just wanted to play this for those who, are anti-Zach Wilson, because you watch this, and these are pretty good thrown balls that are dropped. So the completion percentage alone is going to go up when you have these passes that were drops a year ago become completions. So there you go. That's some of the Zach Wilson drops that we deal with. So wanted to throw that out there for those, for those that talk about, Zach Wilson, and he was terrible last year, and he needs to be better. I'm not saying Zach Wilson was good statistically last year, but I mean, the Jets were second, I believe, in drops last year. I mean, come on, man. Help your young quarterback. And I think the biggest reason why Zach Wilson's going to get some help now is because they surrounded him with legit playmakers. So I believe in Zach Wilson, and I think he's going to take that second-year leap. Now, let's put the Zach Wilson leap, though, in context. I like Dan Orlovsky a lot. Former quarterback. I think he's really knowledgeable when he talks about, Zach Wilson, when he talks about just the NFL in general. But he goes on NFL Live this week, and he had this to say about Zach Wilson.
Hi, I think Zach Wilson is set up for his second year, very similar to what Patrick Mahomes was in his second year. All right, they got 3 first-round offensive linemen now on their roster, with Laken Tomlinson coming over as a free agent from San Francisco. They got 2 first-round receivers, Corey Davis being one, and then the addition of Garrett Wilson, C.J. Uzama that's been added at the tight end, and Jeremy Ruckert, and really a first-round tailback in Breece Hall. I think Zach Wilson is set up to have a massive leap, a second year in the offense that traditionally gets quarterbacks to play maybe a little bit better than their talent. If Zach Wilson is even remotely close talent-wise to what the second pick in the draft should be, we're talking a monster leap similar to the one that Patrick had 4 years ago.
It's interesting because Saleh did talk about the physicality. He also said that the mentality of Wilson has been a lot better.
I've heard that. I have heard that he has taken complete ownership of their organization this offseason.
So I like hearing all that from Dan, but here's the thing. When we start saying Mahomes leap, that puts to me unfair expectations on Zach. Now, I know what Dan's saying, right? I don't need to be Captain Literal, man, as Michael Kay would say, and really dissect every nuanced thing that Dan Orlovsky is saying there. But when we talk about the second year leap for Zach Wilson, he doesn't need to be Patrick Mahomes this year. Like, if you're expecting him to throw 50 touchdowns, I got news for you. That's probably not happening. All right. Patrick Mahomes also got to sit behind Alex Smith for a year. He also had Andy Reid as his coach, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, a plethora of running backs, plethora of offensive line help. Like, it's not comparable. But I think we could see Zach Wilson go out there and throw over 23 touchdowns this year. Throw for close to 4,000 yards, if not more. And also, the Jets should be putting Zach Wilson in a position where they're running the ball. He doesn't need to drop back and throw every game 30-plus times like what Mahomes was doing in his breakout second year in the league, first full year starting. So I agree with Dan. The Jets legitimately have talent around Zach Wilson. So, a big question we asked this offseason, is Zach Wilson in a position to succeed with the Jets? The answer is yes. All right. Clearly he is. And it's going to be on Zach to take that next step. But where I want to push back on some of the things I'm hearing is, here comes the Mahomes leap, and he's going to be, a top 10 quarterback now, and the Jets offense is going to be top 10. Like, we're still talking about a very young team that has to grow together. So I don't want to say don't be excited, Jet fans. You should be excited, but temper your expectations a bit if you think Zach Wilson's going to go out there and he's going to be like Patrick Mahomes this year. I think he's going to be better. I think he's going to be improved, but you want to put the Zach Wilson conversation in the proper context, and hopefully I've done that here in this video. I am, though, thrilled that we will not have as many drops as what I showed you on that video, because it's just ridiculous what we saw. Now, breaking news here involving the Jets. I'm seeing this from Brian Costello. It looks like the Jets are going to host the Ravens to open the season. So this is breaking news right here. According to Brian Costello's sources, The Jets will face Lamar Jackson and the Ravens at MetLife Stadium. So I can react to that news right now. Ravens were 8-9 last year. They're better than the record, obviously, if they're healthy. That's going to be a tough game. But look, if you want this team to be better than people expect, find ways to win some tough games on your schedule. CJ Mosley revenge game. First thing I thought of when I see the Ravens pop up on the schedule. So I had a feeling that New England Sunday Night Football rumor was bogus. Turns out to be true. So we'll talk more schedule, I'm sure, in future videos. But Jets opening at home against the Baltimore Ravens week 1. That is the breaking news I'm just seeing right now. With that being said, let's open it up. Comments, questions, your thoughts on the second-year leap for Zach Wilson. Do you believe in Zach Wilson? That's the big question I want to know from Jet fans. So if you want to be a part of the conversation, certainly you can submit your super chats in the comment section, and we'll read those first. We'll answer some questions, schedule related, Zach Wilson related, Jets related, right here on the show. Before we do that, though, if you are interested in winning another jersey courtesy of BUSR, I got news for you. The jersey giveaway is back. We had so many signups that BUSR came to me and said, Jake, your audience is incredible. We want to do another jersey giveaway to honor the passion of Jet fans. So same rules apply. You sign up and make the minimum deposit at busr.com/Asman. It's my official sports book. It should be yours too. And then BUSR will get me a list of names that are eligible for a Jets jersey of your choice from any of their draft picks. I don't want to just limit it now to first-round picks. If you want a Breece Hall jersey and you win, you could get a Breece Hall jersey. We already gave out the jersey of our first winner post-draft. We're doing another one here. So Sauce is wearing number 1. You might say, I want a Sauce Gardner A1 Sauce jersey from the New York Jets team shop. Well, one lucky winner will be selected. We're doing another contest here. So it's busr.com/Asman. And BUSR wanted me to pass this to all the Jet fans. They just want to say thank you because a ton of you signed up and they saw great results. So we're doing another contest now. busr.com/Asman. All right, let's open it up. Comments, super chats, how we feeling? Jets Ravens week 1 of the NFL season. Here we go. Let's see what you guys are thinking here. Super chat here from Shane. Orlovsky also said, trade the second pick and help Sam. He did. Orlovsky was a big Sam Darnold fan. He was also a big Carson Wentz fan. He was kind of weary on Zach and then started to buy into Zach at the end of the season. And then now he's all in on Zach going into year 2. Take it with a grain of salt. I respect Dan's opinion. You're not going to bet 1,000 if you give opinions for a living. Albert checks in with a super chat. Remember Saleh said to Zach, let us lift you. Don't try and lift us up. You think that still holds true? It should, Albert. I mean, look what the moves they've made this offseason. It absolutely should. So there you go. Carly says, everyone make sure to like the video and subscribe. Thank you, Carly. Everyone loves Carly's contributions to this channel. Joey R with a super chat. If Zach makes a Josh Allen second-year like leap, he only needs to throw 20 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and just 5 rushing touchdowns, and we can make the wild card game. So that Bills roster was better than the Jets roster that they currently have, but it's not crazy that Zach Wilson could put up those type of numbers. 20 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 5 more rushing touchdowns. I'd sign for that right now. You know, I want to see how he plays in some of these games. And, you know, is he only having 20 touchdowns because they're running the ball really well? I don't think that's terrible. I mean, Josh Allen got better year 1 to year 2, then he really took off year 3. You know, if you tell me that Zach Wilson has a trajectory of Josh Allen, every Jet fan would sign for that. I think there's some that probably want more than 20 touchdowns, but it depends on how the offense looks. Are they going to be run-oriented like I think they're going to try to be? That's the question I would have. Let's keep going here with your comments, questions, super chats. As you guys know, they cut the line, which is why we got Justin's chat here up first. Jake, your hat game always goes hard. This is brand new, Justin. Thank you, man. I've always wanted the airplane hat. I went on eBay, and I saw this was being sold for like $20. I'm like, F it, I'm in. So there you go. You mentioned yesterday you might go to Lambeau and see the Packers game. I am for sure going to that game. You should do a fan link up if you go. Have you decided on a 2022 draft jersey? So I'll answer your last part of the question first, Justin. I have not decided on which Jets jersey I'm going to get. I'm probably leaning Sauce. I think that's a cool jersey, but I'd want the jersey to say Sauce, not Gardner on the back. I think that'd be a unique jersey. And then as far as the Green Bay game, it depends on what it is. It depends on what it is. But I've always wanted to go to Lambeau, and seeing the Jets play the Packers at Lambeau would be special. Let's keep going here. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Also, if you want to join on camera, I'm going to drop the link right now, and you have the opportunity to come on the screen as well. So just take the link, join the show. Here we go. Posting it in the comments. If anyone wants to join on camera and make their point, you could do that as well. Motivated T says, really, the Ravens, SMH, the schedule makes really hate the Jets. Not really, Motivated T. I believe you mean the schedule makers. I mean, you got to play these teams at some point. I mean, you're playing them at home. It's a winnable game. I know the Ravens are good, but I mean, it's not a death sentence to have to play the Baltimore Ravens. I just, I don't buy it. Cadoza says A1 Sauce. If Sauce Gardner does not sign an endorsement deal with A1 Sauce, I mean, he's got to fire his marketing team. Unless he just hates A1, but who doesn't like A1? Kevin says, all the new pieces around Zach will help him win third downs, sustain drives equals win games. We should be seeing a lot less of this when we watch the Jets offense this year. For those just tuning in, here's a look at the amount of drops the Jets had around Zach Wilson this year. Just ridiculous. Rob D says, I guess we'll know if our run defense is improved. Yeah, we're going to know right away. I mean, and Salah should be able to come up with a plan to try and stop that Ravens offense early. Tyler says, Jake, with us finishing with 7 to 8 wins, that means we have to take a leap over some other teams. Besides our division, what other teams will finish below us? I mean, I would point to, the Jaguars, the Texans, the Lions, the Bears. I think the Jets are better than the Giants. I think they're better than the Commanders. I got to pull up a full list of teams. Are we talking just AFC, though? I mean, I think the Jets could be better than Miami. I don't think it's crazy that if they have the year some of us think they could have, they're the second best team in the AFC East. It's going to depend on the quarterback. And it's going to depend on less things like you guys are watching on the screen here happening. Because it's just ridiculous what we have seen with these drops. I mean, some of these are just beautifully thrown balls by Zach, and his team is letting him down. Like Corey Davis. You want to catch a ball here, man? I mean, Jesus. Just brutal. Cyber says, God, this video is painful. Yeah, I want the Zach Wilson haters to watch every second of this. No one's going to sit there and tell you Zach Wilson was incredible last year, but this crap has got to stop if this team's going to go out there and be better. I mean, even against the Bucks, and this was a game Zach Wilson balled out. That drop can't happen. Man. VR says, did you see the media Tua throw to Cheetah? That was embarrassing that the Dolphins posted that video. For those who didn't see it, they posted a clip of Tua throwing a pass to Tyreek Hill. He underthrew it, and the spiral was as wobbly as if I threw it, not an NFL quarterback. That was pathetic that they put that out there. They set themselves up to get roasted for trying to put a promo video hyping up their new offseason acquisition. Tua's going to hate the Dolphins, man. Tyreek's going to hate the Dolphins because Tua's not going to be able to reach him. RKO says black jerseys on Sunday Night Football week 1. I don't think the Ravens game is going to be Sunday Night Football. That's not what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing it's going to be Jets Ravens week 1, but that's not what I'm seeing here. I am ready for Jets Ravens though. Find a way to win that game. Jet fans are going to be loud as you know what. I also want revenge against the Ravens because the Jets played horrific offensive football against them in the first ever game at MetLife on Monday Night Football in 2010. Oh, my God. Ray Lewis, I think, decapitated Dustin Keller that night, if I remember the play correctly. So I'd like revenge for that because that was an ugly Jet game. Rex against his old team and to open the season in 2010. Hi, my name is Cadoza. Hit it like Michael Clemens flicking the switch. That's right. HD says, good early test. Look, you got to play these teams. You know who you're playing. It's just when you play them. Joey R says, I just hit my mic. Now the Jets have the personnel to contain Lamar Jackson, and thus a week 1 win is not unimaginable. I mean, it's not. It's not. I don't fear the Ravens. They're a really good team, but, it's not an automatic L. It's not. Antone says, Jake, trust me, I assure at least 7 wins, too much talent, coaches and players. Yeah, I mean, they better win at least 7 wins. That'd be embarrassing. That would be embarrassing. All right, I'm going to drop the link again if anyone wants to join the show on camera here. Raw Power says, guarantee we will overreact week 1, win or lose. Yeah, we're Jet fans, Raw. Of course. There's going to be plenty of overreaction. You want to win week 1, too. If you're the Jets and you have not won a game in September since 2018, you want to win week 1 of the season. Tyler says, if you could have dinner with any Hall of Famers, who would it be? I mean, I'll start with Joe Willie. Well, let's have dinner with Namath. I feel like the stories he'd share would be incredible. Jeremy says, realistic expectations stat-wise for Zach versus what you want to see. I mean, I think he could throw 23 touchdowns this year, have less than 10 interceptions, and I'd sign for that right now. What do I want to see? I want to see this team win at least 8 games. So however they do it, that's what I want to see. Melvin says, can we win a game in September for Christ's sake? That'd be nice. Rob says, is the Cleveland confirmed for week 2 or still a rumor? Still a rumor, just like the Jets opening with the Patriots was a rumor that turned out to not be true. Ravens versus Jets is confirmed for week 1. That's what we know. Old Dave says, I want to see Garrett Wilson toast Kyle Hamilton for 6. Now, wouldn't that be nice? RKO says, guarantee Ahmad Gardner has a barbecue sauce bottle stashed in the field goal post, and he takes it out after his first pick. Bank on it. Look, I love sauce too, RKO. That does not strike me as a sauce move if you know the personality, but I mean, that would be incredible. VR says, Zach will throw 25 touchdowns against 10 interceptions, 4,000 yards. Sign me up right now. Shake and bake. Let's see Quinn Williams destroy Linderbaum. Yeah, I mean, look, Linderbaum's going to be good. We know that. It'd be nice if Quinn can win some matchups, and let's go. Old Dave says, MetLife concessions need to sell wings covered in sauce. I wouldn't hate that. I would not hate that at all. Keep It Simple says, Sauce could partner with Frank's Red Hot. Him and Eli Manning could do some Frank's Red Hot commercials. Not bad. Not bad. Cyber says it. Breece Hall balls out playoffs, baby. It's not going to be easy. Keep It Simple RC says, put Carly on camera. Of course, we want Carly on camera. Let's see. What other super chats or comments have I missed? Andrew says, Zach will take a leap in year 2, but we have to remember we're still a very young team. Opening up with the Ravens. Oh, boy. This will tell us where we're at. Let's go. Yeah, look. The Ravens is not an easy matchup, but you're not playing the 2000 Ravens opening night. All right. Yeah. This is a game that is winnable. It really is. I know the Ravens are really good and the Jets are going to be an underdog, but they're at home. It's the home opener. Like, let's go. MetLife is going to be so loud. Oh my God. See, I hate MetLife, but MetLife does get loud. Like go back to the home opener in 2019. Even with Adam Gase as the coach, that place rocked against the Bills where C.J. Mosley was Lawrence Taylor for the first half before he got hurt and never played again. MetLife does get loud. It's been a while since there's been a big game for Jet fans to be loud, but this will be big. Jason says, Jets will take the most possible pressure off Zach. Their moves indicate that 20 to 25 passes per game, 30 max. That's the ideal amount, Jason. You want to run the ball, not be getting your ass kicked where you got to throw every play. And win some games. Keep It Simple says the real question with Zach is, will his receivers catch the damn ball? We can only hope. We can't have any more of this, folks. This right here needs to stop. All right? Let me go a little bigger. I mean, I love you, Elijah Moore, but that was bad week 1. And this stuff here was just infuriating against the Pats. Zach was terrible in this game anyway, but they didn't help him with stuff like this. I mean, goodness. Justin says, during the season where you do a reaction video immediately after each game. That's what we did last year. That's the plan. Unless I'm at a game, the reaction video will come later on. But that's the plan, to go live for post-game shows. We don't need to watch this pain anymore. We played it enough. Rye Dog says, Denzel Mims will be a monster this season. Remember I said that, go Jets. I hope you're right, Rye Dog. I'm not confident. Jets Forever says, Zach versus Kyle Hamilton will be excited. Joe says, Jake, get Keyshawn on the show. Your segment with him was dope. Joe, Keyshawn and I are friends now. Stay tuned is all I'm going to say on that. Keyshawn's awesome. I'm a big fan. Big fan. He could not have been a nicer dude. So yes, we will work on that for you, Joe. Trust me. We got big things in store, but I'm glad you liked the segment. So let me tell you a Keyshawn Johnson story. He was in town promoting his radio show, which we air 2 hours of on our station here in Houston. So he came in studio with us to promote it, and we were supposed to do 2 segments with him. He stayed for a third because we were having so much fun. I posted the best of that interview on my channel. It's not just Texans. There's some Parcells and Jets conversation in there, and some funny NFL stories. We had Brad Johnson call in and surprise him, who won the Super Bowl with Keyshawn with the Bucks. So definitely check that out if you're a football fan. Melvin says, which Baltimore wide receiver should be scared of? None of them. You should be scared of trying to stop their tight ends. That's their offense. That and Lamar Jackson. Let's see. Cadoza says, I love Keyshawn. Keyshawn's awesome. Yeah, Keyshawn is cool. He is cool. Let's see. Cadoza says, PFF has us as the 14th ranked O-line going into 2022. It could be better if Makai's healthy and builds on what he did as a rookie. And AVT takes a step in year 2. It could be better than that. I don't think that's crazy. Shake and Bake. Jake, will you go live to discuss the full Jets schedule release tonight or talk about it on tomorrow's show? I have plans after work tonight, so I'm probably going to drop a video tomorrow morning. I already have a guest scheduled. Michael Nadia from Jets X Factors coming on the show tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. So we'll have a comprehensive deep dive on the schedule tomorrow. Unless I get like a couple minutes to maybe do a Jets Central from my cell phone and just post it up on the channel. I might do that. So be on the lookout. I'm glad we got the news in this video. The Ravens are week 1, though. So we got to talk about that. Joey R says the Ravens also lost their defensive coordinator, so their D will not be elite this year. I don't know if that means they're not going to be elite. I just think, they're going to be, they're going to be still a pretty good team. I mean, talent-wise, they're still very good. Let's see. Shake and Bake. JC is the GOAT for those car videos. Dude, nobody does it better, right? The Jets just did this. Holy cow, guys. No one does it better than Jets Central, man. He joined us earlier this week. So check out that full interview if you want more Jets Central. JETS Jets says, Jake, I live on a small farm in New Hampshire, and I was listening to you while I was doing some work. I accidentally left you out on the fence post in the pasture. What did I miss? Well, I hope everything at the small farm in New Hampshire is going well, Jets. And what did you miss? Well, the Jets are playing the Ravens week 1. But that's the only news item you missed. Everything else has just been talking about Zach Wilson. Dan says, have you had Robbie Sabo on the show? Yeah, Robbie was supposed to come on tomorrow, but he's dealing with COVID. So everyone tweet Robbie Sabo to feel better because he was unavailable. So I went to his partner in crime, Michael Nadia from Jets X Factor. There you go. Let's see. RKO, where did you hear week 1 Ravens? Link. Brian Costello of the New York Post is reporting it. Jets Ravens, week 1, NFL season. Let's go. MetLife's going to be loud. Jet fans are going to be going crazy. Find a way to win, man. Find a way to win that game. Old Dave says, Jermaine Johnson is superior at outside containment. That will help limit Lamar. They're going to need him to be good at outside containment. CJ Mosley, revenge game. He's going to have to play his tuchus off in that game. It's not going to be an easy game, but at least you're getting them at home. What time is that game going to be? Is it going to be a noon or not noon? It's noon for me here in Houston, but 1 p.m. Eastern? Is it going to be, can we get late window possibly? Probably not, right? I don't know. We don't have a time for that game. So let's see. If anyone knows the time for that game, let me know. Let's keep going here. If you want to join the show on screen, I'm putting the link in the camera, in the comments here. Cadoza says Greg Zuerlein going to upgrade special teams a ton as well. Yeah, it's going to absolutely help. Most NFL games are decided by 7 or less points. How many games over the last couple of years have we seen the Jets lose because their kicking is a disaster? So yes, absolutely. Tyler says, how fast do the Jets need to start to finally get some credit? I mean, if they win week 1, they're going to get a lot of credit. People are going to be like, holy crap, the Jets. So, yeah, I would say win week 1 would be pretty good. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go out to the Gus Buster Umbrella video call hotline, backed by popular demand. We bring on everyone's favorite Jets fan, Carly. Hello, Carly.
Hi, how are you?
Carly, what are your thoughts on the Ravens week 1 of the season?
I'm excited for it. I don't see why everybody's freaking out.
Because people are worried. They're Jet fans.
Yeah, but you're going to have to play the good teams at some point, so you might as well start off with a bang, no?
Carly, this is the first time you've been on the show since the Jets draft. Everyone's dying to know your thoughts on what the Jets did.
I'm happy with the draft. Everybody's saying we were winners. I think it ended up pretty good. I'm excited to see everybody in action. It's hard to tell right now. Everybody sounds great when they're getting drafted.
All right. Now, which Jets player who they drafted jersey do you want? If you can only pick one. Sauce, Garrett Wilson, Jermaine Johnson, Breece Hall. You're from Long Island, I know that. So Jeremy Ruckert, perhaps. Your thoughts?
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say Jeremy Ruckert, but other than him, I would go with Sauce, I guess.
Going Sauce. Now, would you want the jersey to say Sauce on the back, or would you want it to just say Gardner?
You know what? I feel like I would go Gardner because then it also gives me like a little parallelism to Brett Gardner, my favorite Yankee, I guess former Yankee at this point. So maybe something like that.
So, Carly, you are a Jets fan, a Yankees fan, hockey team, and basketball team. Let's hear it.
Islanders and Knicks.
Islanders and Knicks. Now, I heard a rumor that you're also a Knicks season ticket holder, though. Is this true?
I am a Knicks season ticket holder. I even played on the court of MSG a couple weeks ago. Went really well. I missed 2 shots and got yanked, but yeah, it was a great time.
All right. Dave says that he wants to tailgate with you. Let's see. Let's go through some of these comments here. RKO wants to know, Carly, who's your favorite Jets draft pick?
Jeremy Ruckert.
Ruckert, because Long Island, of course. All right, another question for you, Carly. Your record prediction for the Jets?
Oh, God, I don't know. What's yours?
I'm saying 8-9 right now.
I feel like it's not going to be 8 wins.
So 7?
I will 7.
7-10? All right, that's understandable.
Sure.
That's fair. Anything else you would like to add? There are people dying to know what Carly's been up to. What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? I'm in the middle of moving into an apartment, so that's lovely.
Okay.
And if any of you followers, listeners, whatever, are interested in a custom pair of Jets sneakers, we're going to do a giveaway before the season. We're going to make it happen. So if you're interested, let us know, and let us know by liking the video and subscribing.
Oh, there we go. All right, let's post. So I know all about Carly's business, so I'm going to post it right here in the comments. Carly does a custom sneakers, gloves, like just I don't know how. Oh, is that Ace?
Yeah, Ace wants to say hi.
Carly's dog. All right, I just posted the link in the comments here. If anyone needs custom painted cleats, gloves, or sneakers, DM Carly's business account at Kicks by Carly. All right, so I just put the link in. She is tremendous. Oh, we got the dog too.
This here.
This is your most notable appearance yet on the program.
I'm honored. It's been a great time.
Turn Ace's face around.
I'm trying. He sees something out the window. Who's that?
There we go. There we go. All right. Well, I just posted the link, so hopefully people reach out that need custom sneakers and everything.
Awesome. All right.
Carly,
Thanks for having me.
thanks for the time. There you go. Carly with her check-in, talking Jet schedule, record, favorite draft pick. What more do you need? Carly's great. She actually like legitimately makes like the coolest sneakers, gloves. So check it out. You'll see the amount of like different like the sneakers that Adam Schefter wears, Adrian Wojnarowski. They're Peloton shoes. Carly made those. Bunch of like RJ Barrett's girlfriend, the sneakers she posted on her Instagram account, the Knicks customs. Carly made those. So it's her business. Check it out. All right, let's continue with the calls here. We go from Carly to Brendan, who wants in on the conversation. What's up, Brendan?
What's up, Jake? How are you? Thanks for having me on.
I'm great, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm actually about to go to the Ithaca Gorges. Thought of you, actually.
Are you an Ithaca student?
No, so I actually go to Binghamton. I went to Cortland my first year. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too. No, anyway, so I have a question for you. So we're talking about Zach Wilson's year 2 leap. And 20 touchdowns, whatever. You really can't get worse than last year. And it'll take us up in the right direction. But you look at the quarterbacks in the AFC, right? Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Herbert, Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Derek Carr, Deshaun Watson's coming back at some point. Like, are you looking more at statistics or like where he ranks in the AFC in the NFL, as far as like power ranking quarterbacks goes? Because I think it's possible he has a good year and he's still the 10th best quarterback in the AFC. And
yeah, no, you're right, Brandon. That's why I don't really look at like, oh, where does Zach we'll know. Like you want obviously, way more production from a stat perspective, but like the eye test will tell you like Sam Darnold got better year 1 to year 2, but statistic wise, you didn't feel like you have the guy. Like we'll know based on how Zach plays, how the team rallies around him, what the overall record is. Like that's why it's tough to just say, yep, at the end of the year, Zach's got to be a top 15 quarterback because, he might be pretty good, but he doesn't crack the top 15 because you just went through the list of all these guys that are in the same conference. So
right, yeah, I just think it's so tough. This division, this conference is so tough that like, how do you could have a great year and we still finish last and we're still 10th in the division.
Yeah.
And also another thing with the Ravens getting released today, the schedule, we're playing the AFC North, right? Miami brings in a 49ers guy. The Bills drafted a running back, and I think our run defense is probably worse. I don't want to say like Joe Douglas mismanaged it, but I don't know if he used enough like forward thinking in terms of our schedule.
I think it will be better. I'll tell you why. You have Carl Lawson coming back. He's excellent against the run. So is Jermaine Johnson. So those are 2 additions. Solomon Thomas is a depth piece. You have Vinny Curry you brought back. He's healthy now. So a lot of the pieces on this team that were supposed to be here last year, they weren't because of injury. Then DJ Reed, you add him as a corner. He could tackle really well. Right. Whitehead is excellent against the run. LaMarcus Joyner they brought back. He didn't play at all basically last year. So like they're banking on that and also continuity in the system, year 2 of the system for this team to be better.
No, yeah, I think there's a possibility like week 4, after we get run over by the Browns and the Ravens, like how did we not see this coming? And anyway, those are my 2 kind of things I want to talk about. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks, Brendan. I understand the concern. Believe me, I do think this is this thing is going to be better. Run defense wise, I really do. Also, what will help your run defense? Getting some pressure on the quarterback. You know what I mean? Like early on when a team's trying to throw on you, if they're trying to set you up, sack the quarterback and put them in 2nd and long or 3rd and long. And then all of a sudden you don't need to be, you don't like the pass rush should help the run defense, if that makes sense. Because I do think for the first time since, John Abraham and Sean Ellis, the Jets might actually have a tandem of 2 legitimate edge rushers on the outside with Lawson and then Jermaine. Takan says, what would be the reaction if the Jets blow out the Ravens? There'd be some Jet fans thinking Super Bowl. I know how the Jet fan operates. Of course. The Jets could go out there week 1 and they could win this game. It is not crazy. I thought Brendan did a great job. I see Nick says tough spot following Carly. That's funny. Marshall says it's going to be hard containing Jackson. Yeah, it's going to be very hard. But like the Jets should be able to put up some points on the Ravens. Yeah, they're going to have a new defensive coordinator this year. Doesn't mean their defense is bad, but it might take a couple games for them to get going here. Jets Forever says, is the Ravens game primetime? It doesn't seem like it. I feel like that would have been leaked if that was the case. We don't know the time, though. It could be a late window game, though. I don't know if they would put the Jets-Ravens in a standalone, but yeah, who knows? Who knows? It's Snoopy says Ravens fans probably feel like they have an easy W. Yeah, they probably do. They should feel that way. The Jets haven't proven anything yet, but I'm telling you, if this Jets team is different, this is a game they got to find a way to win. Punch people in the mouth. Joe says, how many primetime games do the Jets get? 3? I say they get 2. They're definitely going to get 1 because every team's got to play Thursday night at least once. I'm going to say the Jets get 2 primetime games this year. If they're in it late in the year, there's a chance they get flexed to a primetime game. Patrick says we really can win 10 games with this schedule. Yeah, it's going to come down to, winning games in your own division, beating teams like the Bears, the Jaguars, and the Lions. 3 teams I think the Jets are objectively, better than. And, where's the Cincinnati and Tennessee win coming from this year? Can they go 2-4 in the AFC East? Can they go 3-3 in the AFC East? Jets Forever is predicting a 56-0 win over the Ravens, of course. Dan says, I'd love a win, but I'd settle for a close, hard-fought game. If we lose by a field goal, I'd be bummed, but please, we stood up to a playoff potential team. It's week 1, man. Anything can happen in week 1. So find a way to win. That'd be my big thing. The Saints smashed the Packers week 1 last year. Crazy things happen in week 1. Find a way to get it done. Richard says, got to shut down Mark Andrews. Tired of watching tight ends destroy our D. Someone asked earlier, who's the receiver to watch out for the Ravens? And I said, it's their tight ends. It's Mark Andrews. You start with. NY Jet fan. Zach caught a lot of criticism for a rookie quarterback on a brutal team and already has people saying he has no excuses this year. Contrast that with the number 1 pick, Trevor Lawrence. Let me tell you about Trevor Lawrence. Nobody cares about the Jaguars. That's why there's talk about Zach Wilson. Jet fans are passionate. Jet fans are loud. The Jets play in the biggest media market in the world. There's just going to be more talk about Zach Wilson because people care about the Jets. And 7 people, relatively speaking, care about the Jaguars. That's the difference. So I hate to say, I got to be just as blunt as possible. Nobody cares about the Jacksonville Jaguars. Could you imagine if the Jets had the number 1 pick and they took Trevon Walker, what the reaction would be? Oh my God. Now, full disclosure, I would not have taken Walker if I'm the Jaguars, but I would have to come on the show and be like, I wouldn't do it. But don't they deserve the benefit of the doubt? We got to the Jaguars, basically got a pass for taking Walker. People are like, oh, that's a questionable move. And we moved right on. It's not even just Trevor Lawrence. They had the number 1 pick in the draft. They took a guy that had very little production in college. It's all projecting what he's going to be at the next level. And you don't hear anything about it. It just shows you the differences. I hope the Jets smash the Jaguars this year. I really do. Would love to see Zach go 2-0 against TL. Me too, RKO. I want to win that game badly. I want to beat the Patriots. I want to beat the Jaguars. There are certain teams I want to smash. Jaguars are on that list. Marie says, Jets are a playoff team. I hope you're right. Rob Power says, did you see Zach and Elijah show up to Wayne's girls flag football practice? Cool stuff. I did. That was awesome. Jets put out a cool video of those guys. JP says, no moral victories anymore. We must win games. Nobody gets a pass anymore. Look, the Jets last year, a 4-win team, had 2 of their wins against playoff teams. The Ravens are a good team, but it's not crazy to win week 1 at home. Cadoza says, Breece Hall equals Tiki Barber. Garrett Wilson equals Marvin Harrison. Sign me up for that. Unpopular opinion, Corey Davis is going to have a good season. He should. Louis V says, Super Chat, Jake, are you going to take Carly on a date anytime soon? I'm in Houston, so probably not. But I appreciate it, Louis. We all love Carly. Matthew says, you have great energy, Jake. Continue success. Thanks, Matthew. Appreciate you watching the show. Ryan says, we need to settle down with the high win predictions. I just want to see a lot of improvement. Is it high win predictions to say they're going to win 7 games, Ryan? 8 games? It's not. That's not a high win prediction, man. Some of you are refuse to want anything from your football team. This team's missed the playoffs longer than any team in the league. I got a second-year quarterback, a Kachunga amount of weapons around him, a second-year coach, a returning offensive coordinator. You have two teams in your own division that you don't look at as unbeatable, teams you have no shot against. The Jets aren't in the AFC West where they got to deal with Mahomes twice, Derek Carr twice, and Herbert twice. You got Tua and Mac Jones. Find a way to win a game against both those teams, all right? Like, you want to see improvement? Yeah, so do I, Ryan. I also want to see this team not be a joke, all right? I'd like to go out in public wearing Jets gear and not get laughed at, all right? Let's win football games. Stop always thinking, the sky is falling. The Jets are never going to be good. Like, come on, man, let's go. This team can win games this year. No one's saying playoffs. We're saying 7 or 8 wins. How many years does Joe Douglas get before it's about winning games? It should be about winning games right now. Right now. This team's got no excuses. All right? They won 4 games last year. They should have won more. This team should go out there and win a minimum of 7 games. And I think they could do more than that. It's going to depend on the quarterback, as we all know. But this team has no excuse not to be playing, as the GM himself said, we need to be playing meaningful games in December. I mean, thank God Ryan's not the Jets GM, because that would be the biggest loser's mentality I've ever seen in my life. Like, let's go. Let's win football games. Matt says, Zach's going to come out on fire. Nick says, we are primed for 8 or 9 wins. 9 wins would be incredible. That'd be a winning season. Let's see. Marie says, mark my words, Jets 11-win team. We was a lot better than our record stated. Yeah. Well, I hope you're right. I don't see 11 wins, but I'd love to be wrong. Let's see. Nick says, Parcells gave us a quick turnaround. Douglas and Saleh could do the same. I mean, look, I like Robert Saleh, but, Bill Parcells is one of the best coaches of all time. So I'm not going to compare him to that. Ogre King says, shut your mouth, Jake. Don't you question Joe D, the New York Messiah. I'm a fan of Joe D. I'm talking up Joe D. I'm trying to push back on those who are like, well, we just want to see improvement this year. That's all that really matters. We could suck and win 6 games. That's fine, because we improved. Win football games. Let's go. When did Mac Jones become Tom Brady? When did Tua become Dan Marino? I mean, split with the 2 teams in your own division. Beat the Bears. Beat the crappy Jaguars. Beat the crappy Lions. All right, what is that? That's 5 wins right there. Find 2 other wins on your schedule. That's 7. Can you beat Seattle? Yeah. Can you win some of these home games against a team that's better than you? Can you win week 1 maybe against Baltimore? It's not crazy. Win 8 games this year. You're still having a losing record if you win 8 games. Let's see. Can we swap conferences with the Giants? Yeah, there's no doubt you'd rather be in the NFC than the AFC. We will win against Pitt too. I mean, last I checked, Kenny Pickett is not, Ben Roethlisberger. That's a winnable game too. Or Mitch Trubisky. Beat the Vikings. Not crazy that Kirk Cousins implodes and you can win that game either. Orphanage says, missed my super chat. I think we lose to Baltimore 26-21. I think it's stupid to do record predictions right now, Orphanage. And I'm sorry for missing your initial super chat. I'm trying to find it. I didn't see it. Oh, here it is. I'll get to that in a second. I think we lose to Baltimore 26-21. I mean, look, injuries, like, we don't know anything about these teams right now. I think it's stupid to do a prediction for week 1. Orphanage's other super chat, a baseball question. As an honest Yankee fan, it's time we move on from frauds Aaron Judge and Nestor Cortez. We need real winners like Robinson Cano and Trevor May. Trade ? You're a real honest Yankee fan with the username Orphanage Builder DeGrom. I love it. By the way, how freaking good has Aaron Judge been this year? I questioned him not taking the Yankee offer because I thought it was a fair offer and he's banking on his health. And we're only a month and change in, but Aaron Judge is going to get more money than the Yankees originally offered. I still think the Yankees are going to pay him. I'd be shocked if they let him walk. Name me a player the Yankees truly wanted they let walk in their history. Don't tell me Robinson Cano because they didn't truly want him. Right? They only offered him a 7-year deal because they knew that something was going on there, as we all know. All right. And his body would break down. But like, name me the player that they let walk. When the Yankees want a player, they'll get the player, especially Judge, who, when they re-sign him, my prediction is they name him team captain. They're first since Derek Jeter. And as far as Cortez, I mean, it's not a fluke anymore. Nestor Cortez is legitimately an excellent pitcher. One of the coolest stories, man. The guy's in his like second stint with the Yankees. He was a 38-round pick, and he pitches. All right. I was listening to Andrew McCutcheon talk about Nestor Cortez. His fastball around 92, 93, it plays at 96, 97, 98 because the way he mixes his pitches. The guy's a pitcher. He's not a thrower. He's a pitcher. I can't say enough great things about Nasty Nestor. That guy's a beast. And the Yankee pitching staff in general has been excellent. That's why they have the best record in baseball. Their bullpen is elite, but their pitching staff has been tremendous through 6 turns around in the rotation. Back to football. Andrew says 8 to 10 wins with our schedule. I believe we'll be in a lot of games at the end too. That's the thing. This team can't get blown out like they did against the Broncos, like they did against New England twice. The loss has got to be competitive. That's a big difference. The Colt game, which was a debacle on Thursday Night Football. I mean, these games got to be close. Matthew says, why do you think the Jets have had so many injuries the past 3 years? Gee, I mean, I wish I knew, Matthew. I wish I freaking knew. Hopefully they get some injury luck. If Zach can't take a big jump this year, he isn't the guy. I mean, he's going to take a jump. The question is, what level is the jump? That's the biggest thing with this team. Let's see. Maurice says, Zach going to have one of them early Sanchez seasons and make a run. Zach's got to be better than Mark Sanchez if they're going to make a run. All right, Mark Sanchez was on a team that was much better roster-wise than what the Jets currently have. But the difference is, Zach Wilson now, I think, has way more talent than Mark Sanchez did. The NFL is also so different from when Sanchez played and they did the ground and pound and all that. But no, Zach's going to have a much, like Mark Sanchez's rookie year, through 13 touchdowns against like 22, 23 interceptions. Second year in the league, it was 17 touchdowns against 13 interceptions. He played excellent in the playoffs, as we know, but Zach's got to be way better than Mark Sanchez if this team's going to make a run to the playoffs. Way better. Let's see. Melvin says over under 3 wins in the AFC East. I right now I'm saying under. I'll say 2-4 in the AFC East, which is a considerable improvement compared to where this team was. Do a couple more here. The Real J says MetLife was built over trash. Maybe that's one of the issues with the field. I mean, MetLife just sucks in general, as you guys know my thoughts on the world's biggest air conditioning unit. Cadoza says it's Zach this year. I hope he takes that step. Every year there's a hot name. Yeah, let's hope it's Zach. Zach looks yoked. He does look yoked. He looks beefy, as his head coach said. Beefy in a good way. RKO says JC reporting from his car about week 1. That's Jet Central, man. Guy grinds. I love it. I might bust out the car video just to channel my inner Jet Central one of these days. Carly checks in. Everyone make sure you like the video and subscribe. That's right, because Carly was on screen and everyone loved when that happened. Highlanders Prime says, allow Zach to jump and not bail on him after 2 seasons. This is a 3-season experiment. Remember Buffalo. Yeah, look, I gun to my head, I think Zach Wilson's the quarterback in 2023. We were talking about a scenario where he just totally flops. I don't see that happening. If Zach Wilson totally flops and they're picking 1 or 2 in the draft, they're going to take Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. That's just a fact. All right. It's the same thing how they ended up with Zach in the first place. No one thought the Jets were going to be the worst team in football in 2020. Well, I guess technically the second worst team. Melvin says, when are we getting our own stadium? When are we getting our own stadium? I hope at some point in my lifetime, but I doubt it. Ragnar Jet says, after the draft, Connor Hughes said that if Zach takes even a normal step, then this team this season has the makings to be one of the best offenses in the NFL. Look, that could be some hyperbole there, but this offense should be good. Right? They have legitimate playmakers at receiver, tight end, running back, and certainly an improved offensive line. Joey R says, Zach will throw less interceptions this year, and this will lead to wins, wins, wins. From your lips to God's ears, Joey. J. Do says, he needs to be better, but it's a team game. Yeah, it is a team game. And that's why the Jets went out there and helped Zach. Something they didn't do for their previous quarterbacks. Marshall says, I believe in Zach. Melvin says, hit it. That's right. Hit the like button down below. Still could use a veteran wide receiver. Call off the market now. Thoughts? I'd be in favor of signing another veteran. It sounds like, though, they're going to give a legitimate chance, though, to Denzel Mims. At least that's how it appears right now. So we'll see. The Wicked 50 Cow says, Jake in New York, how rare do you think it is to be an Islander, Jets, Knicks, and Yankee fan? At least from my experience outside of you, I haven't met anyone with that exact combo of teams. Well, it's funny. Carly was just on the show before, and she has the exact combo of teams that I have. So it's more frequent than you might realize. I have a couple friends that were for the same teams as me as well. Most people, if you're from Long Island, are what we call the gym fan. Jets, Islanders, Mets. Now, the reason why I am a Yankee fan and not a Mets fan is because my dad did not care about baseball. My uncle took me to my first ever baseball game, and he's a diehard fan of the Yankees. So I grew up a Yankees fan from him. Had my dad been a Met fan, I probably would have been a Met fan. So I thank my dad every day for not doing that, because he unfortunately gave me the Jet fandom instead of being a Giant fan and actually seeing some Super Bowls in my lifetime. But I wouldn't trade the fandom for anything at this point. I mean, look, everyone's a Knicks fan in New York. There's 7 of you that root for the Nets. Sorry, but it's true. And then the Islanders, I'm from Long Island, so I got to root for the Islanders. I can't believe the Rangers, by the way, won last night. I didn't get to see the game because I had a work event last night. But when they were down 2-0, I thought they were cooked. I give that team credit for fighting back. I thought they were just going to mail it in. See if they can force a Game 7 tomorrow night. Omar says, are you going to any home games and tailgating if you do? If I go to any home games, I will absolutely be tailgating. And we did a meetup last year where I told every Jet fan where I was tailgating, and a bunch of you stopped by, which was awesome. I was at the Jags home game last year. So, yes, hopefully I will go to at least one home game this year. We'll see. I don't know which ones, though. I'll keep you posted, Omar. Let's see. Cadoza says, I'm a Jets, Knicks, Yankees, Ranger fan. Yeah, that's a popular combo. That's not a crazy combo right there. My stepdad is a Mets fan, Giants fan, Ranger fan, Knicks fan. This is a cool story. I'm also from Long Island. I'm a Yankee fan because my grandma was childhood friends with Whitey Ford. Well, I got a story for you. My grandma dated Sandy Koufax when they went to summer camp together. We're going to just share Hall of Fame pitcher stories about our grandmas. So how about that? Let's see. Tyler says, Jake, you're the man. Tyler, I appreciate you. Jack says, Jets for Ravens hype. Hell yeah. We're hyped up. Ogre wants the Carly show. A lot of people want Carly on the show. Gee, I wonder why. She's great. Daniel with a super chat. Not being biased, but Zach is going to be the best second-year quarterback in terms of free agent signings, draft picks, and consistent coaching staff and scheme. I feel all the other quarterbacks and their teams have digressed. I think you mean regressed, but I see your point. I really believe Zach is set up the best out of any of these second-year quarterbacks to take a leap. It's going to be on him to take that leap, and let's hope our projections for what the Jets have done turn out to be accurate and pay off. That's the big thing. PCR says, my grandmother went to college with Jim Brown. There you go. We got a lot of grandma sports stories here. Andrew says, born in South Florida, but my teams are Jets, Yankees, Heat, and Panthers. I'm guessing your family was probably New Yorkers, right? And they moved down to Florida, like so many people do. That's why it's always funny when a New York team plays in Florida. It's like a glorified home game. You ever been to a Knicks Heat game? It's a Knicks game. When the Yankees play the Rays, it's legitimately Yankee Stadium South. And then obviously, the the Panthers. There were so many Islander fans when the Islanders played them in the playoffs a couple years ago. Jet says, how could you grow up in New York and actually be a Nets fan? Unless you're from Jersey and you were actually a fan of the New Jersey Nets, anyone that's from Brooklyn is not a fan of the Brooklyn Nets. You're a Knicks fan. That's why Spike Lee is such a fraud when he shows up wearing Brooklyn Dodger stuff to watch the Nets games. He's like, oh, well, I'm from Brooklyn. You can't root for the Nets if you're going to be Mr. Nick. Don LaGreca crushed him on the K show for that. He's never been more right. Look, if you're a real Nets fan, I respect you, but let's be real. There's what? 10% of New Yorkers are Nets fans? If that might be too much. David says, my grandma knits sweaters like a boss. Absolutely. Jets fans, 34%. Stadium. Yeah, the Jets play the Dolphins. There's so many Jet fans there. The real Jay says, I'm from Jersey. That's why I'm a Nets fan. So you're a legitimate Net fan. That's the thing. I mean, some of you maybe go back, your family does, the Long Island Nets, I guess. When they played at the Coliseum with Dr. J. But, I mean, let's be real. If we're doing the biggest disparity among New York sports teams is the Knick fan to the Net fan. Like, there's a ton of Met fans, even though the Yankees have more fans. There's obviously a crap load of Jet fans, even though the Giants probably have more fans. There's a ton of Islander fans. There's a ton of Ranger fans. New Jersey's got the Devils. But, like, the biggest disparity among, like, same team, same leagues, multiple teams from the same league in the city is the Knick to the Net fan. Let's see. Brendan says, I find it hilarious the Jags spend $200 billion on the roster and it isn't as good as our strategic signing / draft picks. I think the Jets are better than the Jaguars. I really do. We'll see. John says, we'll certainly find out if Zach stinks or not this year. Look, if he stinks this year with this, then yeah. I don't think he's going to stink, though. The question is, how much better does he get? Is he, as Dan Orlovsky said, taking a Patrick Mahomes leap? Or is he going to do what I think? He's going to be better, and he's going to make us feel like we got our guy. I'm not putting a Mahomes label on Zach. I don't think that's fair to him. All right, that's going to do it for me. I got to go pick up my car from Nissan because I had to get it serviced today, and there was a million issues with it that they just told me is finally done. So I'm going to go do that. I appreciate all of you for watching. If you like the Jets, if you like America, smash the subscribe button. Hit the like button, as Ron Middleton would say as well. Hit the subscribe button, the like button, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching. We'll have a scheduled release video tomorrow with Michael Nadia. I might pull a Jets Central and do one of these from my phone later today. So be on the lookout for that. Appreciate all of you for taking the time to watch. If you want more Jets content away from social media or away from YouTube, follow me on social media. Twitter and Instagram at Jake Asman. Jet fans, I need you to help me out on Twitter. I need to keep growing on Twitter. I'm almost at 13,000 Twitter followers, so I'm trying to get that number up. Instagram as well if you want behind-the-scenes content. I might post my Keyshawn Johnson behind-the-scenes photos on my Instagram page later today, so check that out. Thanks for watching. My name is Jake Asman. Appreciate all of you for tuning in. Go Jets. Let's see what the schedule looks like later tonight.